book of Job is a fascinating book as we've studied the last few weeks. The last 17 chapters of the book of Job has allowed us to sit in on a discussion, sometimes an argument, overhearing friends trying the best they can to help a guy who is completely devastated. He's lost everything, he's covered in boils, he's sitting in ashes, scraping himself with broken pieces of clay pottery. And they show up and the conversation begins. Here's three things, just as a review, I want us to look at for the book of Job. The first thing is, life is sometimes not fair at all. That seems to be kind of a Western culture concept, that we have to have everything that's fair. And the reality is, life is sometimes not fair. This side of heaven, I may have things happen in my life that devastate me, but if I keep my eyes focused on the good, kind heart of God and His Son Jesus, that changes everything. Second thing that we learn from these first 17 chapters of Job is sometimes the smartest and best thing you and I can do is show up in our friend's brokenness and sit and say nothing. They did good for a couple of chapters, and then it began a dialogue of really challenging things they were trying to help him out with. Last thing we've learned over the last 17 chapters is that God talks in full paragraphs. Toward the end, we're going to start hearing God talk about who He is, His sovereignty, His providence, how He spoke the world into existence and controls everything behind the scenes. And that's the beauty of the book of Job. Get to the end, to chapter 42, and all of this makes sense. Job chapter 19, verse 25 and 26 says this, "Oh, that my words were written. Oh, that they were inscribed in a book, that they were engraved on a rock with an iron pen and lead forever. For I know that my Redeemer lives. I know this in my flesh, that I will see God, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold Him and not another." I think it's fascinating that Job said in the middle of all of this destruction in his life that he knows there is a Redeemer that lives. And I love that he also said, I wish somebody would write this down with a lead pen on a stone so that people could read it someday. His Redeemer did live in the person of Jehovah's God. And then in the New Testament, we meet Jesus as His ultimate Redeemer. Now I'm going to hand it off to your life group leaders. Hope you enjoyed this study today.